Welcome back to the morning edition. Right now we have April Flagg from Aroostook Aspirations, and today we're talking about learning styles and why understanding a child's learning style is very important. So do you want to start out with kind of talking about what are the three main learning styles?
So in the education field, learning styles has been an incredibly well-researched subject for at least the last 50 years. And you can go anywhere from 3 learning styles all the way up until 8 right now. But we're going to talk about the 3 main ones, which is visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, or as most people call it, tactile learning.
All right, so why is it important to know your child's learning style?
Well, in classrooms all over the country, teachers are really familiar with learning styles, and they commonly will recreate lessons that hit on at least the 3 learning styles as often as they can. But parents can use learning styles as a way to help their child learn right at home. Learning specific strategies and things that they can do to help a child retain information is incredibly important in helping that child prepare for success.
All right, then let's talk about the 3 most popular learning styles that parents can use to help their children at home.
So the first one is going to be visual. Visual is someone who sees images or does really well reading a book or looking at pictures. Visual students often have a different way of processing information. They would use images as a way to remember specific things. One of the great things that I used to do when I was in a classroom was encourage students to find pictures that matched a vocabulary word. So the word verdant just means green. So if you were trying to help your child learn that word, you might use Kermit the Frog and sing to your child, "It's not easy being green." The child connects Kermit the Frog, who is green, to the word verdant, and then remembers that verdant just means green.
All right, so audio or auditory learning seems to be really popular today. What kind of learning is best for these students?
Audio learning is probably the most popular of all of the learning styles in the United States right now. Many classroom students are auditory learners. What that means is that these children learn best as they hear. They also process things very differently and often will need time to answer a question. So these children rely on music. They have sing-songs in their head all the time, and they really like to hear things out loud. So when you're talking about an audio learner, maybe they could bring a character to life. They love acting and debating, anything that involves discussion. That's why so many students in today's classrooms love classroom discussion. It really does help them learn. So when your child's at home working through some history information, have that child bring a history character to life, or pretend that he is the number 4 in a math problem. Anything that you can do to help that child really kind of connect to the learning in front of him.
All right, so what about the last of the 3 learning styles, tactile or kinesthetic?
Kinesthetic. It's probably one of the hardest words to say in learning. These learners are hands-on learners, but it's more than just hands-on. What that really kind of means is that these learners really rely on physical activity to help them learn. They are often fidgety in class. They can't sit still for a long time. They'll pace when they're on the phone. Anything that holds them down for any longer than 40 minutes or so, they're going to start to fidget. Parents often shy away from this, but to be honest, these kinds of learners, these tactile kids, actually learn really well if they're doing physical activity. So it might be why many of the physical activities that involve sports are really great for students, and it's why so many athletes are considered to be tactile learners. So doing anything that could help, bring something into a movement. So playing catch with your kids and doing multiplication tables, or when you're shooting hoops, talking about a time period in history, even though it seems a little bit off, that actually really helps these tactile learners. Don't be afraid to create that kind of environment for your child at home.
All right, so really quickly here, for more information, they go to govinfund.org.
Yes, go to govinfund.org and make sure you visit our Facebook page because we've got some really exciting things happening, including links to help you and your child take this tactile test. One thing to remember, parents are often different learning styles than their child, and sometimes that can create some frustrations. But remember, just because you are a learning style doesn't mean you can't learn in another one, and that's really beneficial as well.
All right, well, thank you, April.
Thank you.
April Squared this morning.
April Squared, that's right. April Squared to the rescue.
Yep. All right, well, let's take a quick look at that 7-day before.